What we do here is go back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. The mic's working? Yes, the mic's working. So today, got to go again over one or more of the stencils, and this is the chains and wires set. The stencil is pretty self-explanatory, but I will walk you through a quick demo of how to use it and just a few scenarios of where this or having some sort of chain that I pre-cut was super helpful. And yeah, we could go over it. We'll open it up, see how it comes. I'll show you guys the stencil, and then we'll do a quick little demo of it. So first off, let's open it up and see what's in here. Alright, so our stencils come in a nice packaging like this, a nice container, and it's meant to be reused, so you can just easily open this up and pour out your stencil contents. Right, and then when you're done using it, you could just again peel it back, put them back in there, and your stencils will be good for later. We'll set that aside. This stencil kit comes with 2 separate barbed wires and 2 separate chains, and it's basically the same barbed wire 3 times, or I mean 3 different sets of barbed wire twice. It's 4 different sets of chain twice. Now yours won't come with this missing piece here. The reason we're using this one for today's demo is because this one was defective, so yours will come with a full piece. Don't worry about that. But yeah, our stencils are nice 6mm Mylar on one side, right? So it's nice plastic, durable, and then on the other side it has a paper front. And these right here are just burn marks from the laser, so don't worry too much about those. They really won't affect anything. But the paper side is meant to absorb some of the reduction of the paint, some of the wetness. So if you're working with reduced paints, you know, that paper side will kind of help mitigate some of that wetness, so you don't get a buildup on the edge so quickly while you're using the stencil. So like I said, it comes with 3 different barbed wires, 3 different styles, and then you get 4 different styles of chains. So they're almost the same, but they are kind of different. You see how this one's just one continuous chain. This chain has some of this chain here, but then it also has these big links. So you have a chain and then a big link and then some chain, big link, and then this is just the basic chain sideways. And then we got kind of like a curvy chain. I've seen these a lot in life, so it's kind of one of those nice curvy pieces. And then you get it in a different size. So this one's a little bit smaller and this one's just a little bit bigger. So depending on the project that you're working on, you will have you know, some options at least on getting that done. So yeah, that's a look at the stencils. Again, they're all plastic on one side. They're pretty heavy duty, and as long as you take care of it, it should last you a lifetime. I don't see why you would ever, you know, do anything that would mess them up under normal use, at least. If you start obviously taking some flame to them or something, you know, you're gonna have some issues. But let's go ahead and set up a little canvas, and I'll walk you guys through a quick little couple demos of how this stencil set works. So what's up, Stephen Ward? How's it going? What's up, Thomas Thompson? How's it going? Fings, my man, how's it going? Your order shipped out. I hope you got the notification for the tracking number and all that good jazz. I've made sure to include a few things in there. And yeah, here we have our canvas. And again, we'll just go through some quick little demos. I'll use some tape, kind of split it off over here. Now this, the barbed wires in particular, well, I guess half and half, the chains and the barbed wires. You know, when I was doing t-shirts, this is like a popular thing that people would ask, is like they want their name and then they want some barbed wire coming off the side, or they want some chains coming off the side. You know, so yeah. So we'll start with some of the barbed wire here, and we'll use some of the little one here just to start off. Now, because one side is plastic, you could easily take some masking tape and say we want to use, you know, the one in the middle. We can just take some masking tape and we'll just tape off the other sides. Right, boom. And then you could easily just peel it off when you're done. Make sure you don't use anything that's like super extra tacky. Just use some regular masking tape and you'll be fine. And even if you have some of that crappy paper masking tape, some of that original old stuff, you know, that'll probably work best. So now you have your nice stencil masked off, and you just got that, yep, that middle one exposed, and you can just lay it where you're gonna spray. Bam, spray your area, and you'll have a nice barbed wire. Now, typically when you're using barbed wire, a lot of times I've done barbed wire, it's on a black surface, right? So it's usually you're doing a black tank, motorcycle tank, you know, black shirt. Just, it's always seems to be on black. But I'll just show you guys today here with some gray and some black, just some quick little examples. We'll start off with some gray. What's up, Chris? How's it going? I'll just load up some gray here. And this is the Water Revolution. With this nice little skull cap on it. And make sure its focus is good. And we can just lay down. Well, Mr. Tape had other ideas. Alright, so we put this guy down and say we just want some nice barbed wire going that way. Bam. And it really takes all the guesswork and the masking out of it, right? So you can just get some nice barbed wire. And right, you're gonna maybe make a barbed wire fence or something. Right? You can just lay a few of them in. And the whole point is including like two different sizes. Is like maybe you want to make it look like one is closer, or maybe your particular project just calls for a different size. You just want a different size than this. You can easily do that. So again, it's all going to be dependent on your project. But I'm just going to do a few here, just in the way I would to make a background. A lot of times you're going to find it too really useful to just creating backgrounds. Like you'll do, you know, your main design, and you'll have your main design masked off, and then in the background you just want to throw in some barbed wiring, maybe some chains. You know, really easy way of doing that, just adding that effect. And then I'll load up some black. Here, actually, I'll make sure to fade this out a little bit here. And then if I just lightly, like right, see we have that one there. Let's match it back up here. If I just super lightly lay a shadow in. Bam. Then we can do the same thing here. Bam. Right, and it kind of takes all the nice hard work. Turns it into something real easy. Right now you got your shadows in there. Get you guys in close so you can see. See that? And I didn't really do much. And now all you gotta do is come in maybe with some little highlights, maybe a little bit of black, maybe some shadows or something, and just kind of finish that off. I'm gonna load up some black, and we'll do some contrasting barbed wire, so those will kind of be like out in the back. And say we just want some bigger ones, and we want some black here. And this is out of the Sparmax here. And we'll lay this guy in, and I'm just going to be careful not to get overspray, or try not to get overspray here. Then you could kind of do the same thing, just kind of set it off a little bit. Do a little shadow. It's going to be a little darker, you see that? And maybe we'll just do one going across, just so that we don't overdo it with black. Offset it. Just do a quick little pass. Bam. Right. We'll hit that edge just to get an edge off our graphic. That's all we're doing here. And there you go. That area is properly fenced off. Ain't nobody going in that area. And really all you gotta do come in with either with some gray, some white. You just come right up in here, create some little highlights on here. Now, of course, if you're doing this on black, I would recommend starting with a gray and then coming back in with maybe like a little bit of white or just a really lighter gray. To do these little highlights here. So maybe even some black working in reverse, so you'd be adding some shadows. There you go. Now that area is properly fenced off. Ain't nobody coming in there, son. Nobody's coming in there. I have the tools to get in. That's funny. Yeah, Chris, you've been going ham. You've ordered. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Don't you? How many more of the sets are you missing? I think you got pretty much all of them, right? So okay, we'll just go over on this side, and we'll do some chains here. Right, so now we have this guy there. We could unpeel this, but there you go. You get a pretty good example of using that stencil there. Oh, and I just threw that away. I could have used that for the next stencil. Alright, so now let's do some chains. And just because this canvas is kind of smaller on the smaller side, we'll use the small stencil here. I'm gonna kind of use the one with the regular chain and the big loops, right, just because I like the way that one looks. But again, your project, you do what you want. I'm just here to show you how to use this, and hopefully you enjoy using these stencils as much as I do. And I actually have to, let's see here, I have to cut out because this is the one with the piece missing. Again, yours won't have a piece missing, I guarantee it. This is the reason this one got, it's like, oh, I'll use that one for the stream. Alright, so get a blade here. So let me just cut this out here. I could have just cut myself another one, but I didn't want it to go to waste. So if I don't use it, it's just gonna end up going in the trash, and it's like, I'd rather just use it. I don't want to be wasteful. There you go. Now, to be fair, this stencil kit is a little bit on the finer side, so keeping it all together is not always the easiest, but under normal use it's gonna probably be okay. I got it pretty much good enough to use it here. Sometimes you have to still know how to use a blade to get that piece in there. And again, this is when I had these pre-cut, they've always saved me time. Always doing the events and the markets and stuff. Freaking people always walk up and, hey, you got like, can you do my name with like some chains, or can you do like quick chains on my bike, or you know, just some variation of that. And you know, it's lots of fun. So put some skin hanging off, some blood dripping off that wire. That's funny. Alright, so same thing for the chains. We're going to kind of just go in here. We're going to start with this guy here. Now the chains, again, if you're doing this on black, you're going to do gray like this. Then these areas here, right, where it kind of intersects, you would want to go back in with some black, maybe some white to shadow the dark areas and highlight the light areas. I'm going to kind of do it here in reverse, and I'll show you what I mean. But yeah, something that will require a little bit of work, but it's not as much work as having to tape all this off. And again, just offset a little bit, and we're just going to do a quick little pass for a shadow here. Boom. And then last but not least over here, Mr. Bam. You see that? And so here, using the stencil itself, you could you know, use a paper or whatever it is, lay the stencil down, cut, you know, put your design in. And here, I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. And what should we use? Probably just use a piece of tape just to make it easy. So the easiest way to get those edges, right? You see these edges, and you want to shade them, or maybe you want to highlight them, whatever it is. You can put a piece of tape, piece of paper, whatever it is. We're gonna take a little bit of black. We're just going to spray that in. Right. Now you have it transferred on there. Now that edge, right, wherever you decide you see an edge that you need to hit. Why did I forget to cut? Did I I see this right here. It's like I forgot to cut something or something. Oh, I did. Look, I forgot to cut right here. I see. I see. Anyway, wherever you see you need that cut, you come all the way to that edge right here, right? Then you bring that cut back. Now, you don't have to do this step. Most of the time, this is probably going to be good enough. But if you want to just add that extra, the little detail, the details, you know what I'm saying? You get that one. See, now you have the one for the big areas. Say if you want to shade. I cut it out backwards, of course I did. So you'd have to use it this way. But say you want to shade that area right there. You line it in. It's going to be weird to do it with the sticky side this way, but might actually be easier. Right, and then we just lay the little shadow in right there. Then you just move up to your next area where that is. Boom. And yeah, we can move it right here. And all I'm doing is hitting that very edge, you see that? And adding that shadow where it's like popping out of that other chain. Boom. And then we'd have to do it this way. Bam. And it's a little bit of work, but again, compared to having to cut this all out and having to do it all the old school way, oh man, this is a breeze compared to that. Right, and then you just add your shading in wherever you see you need it. And actually, this did work out doing it this way instead, because I don't even have to work to hold it. It's just like stuck on my finger. I just go right there. Bam, shadows in place. Boom. Right, and you could go through, do that on all of it if you need to, right? Depending on your project, you might not even need it. Especially like on black, because that's going to be kind of like a shadow anyway. So then you just come in with a little bit of black and just shade it in, and it'll blend in with the background. You don't really have to worry too much about it. But on this case, because we're on white, you know, it's just that thing. It's just one of them things. But if you get smart when you're cutting these, oh, I probably should have brought you guys over to this. So you can see there those little shadows I hit, right? And all I'm doing is cutting out the next area. And then this one, I think it's still backwards. Yeah, so I have to do it this way. So the same thing, line this up and get the black in here. Right, and then again, like I said, this is only if you need it. But this is also how the way to get the most detail out of it. I'll just line that guy up right there. Line it up over here. All we're doing is giving it depth. So we're throwing some of the chain back, bringing some of it forward. You know, but you get the point. You get the point. Put this guy in there. Boom. Next one. There. And there you go. It's already starting to take shape. Looking pretty good. Black that off. There you go. Your area is chained off. Nobody's taking your canvas. Right? And that's pretty much the basics of the stencil. Like, From there, it's going to be your own imagination, obviously. You know, how you need to use the chains and how you need to put the barbed wire in on your project. Every project's going to be different. Some of them will, you know, you're just going to use it like a pinstripe. Other ones, you will have to actually use this to create a curved, right? So this is straight. So you will have to do like the same way I made this and kind of get creative with making a curve, maybe cutting a curve if you need to. 9 times out of 10, you're just going to do a straight chain, straight barbed wire, just going down some side, or, you know, add it onto a name, you know, something like that. Now, say if you wanted to make it look like the chain is broken, right? So something we could do real quick, or if the barbed wire is broken. So we're going to just take some tape, right? We're going to leave our chain exposed to that point. We'll take some gray here, because I know this is the next question that comes. Or say you want to add it onto something, like, you know, you already have the name done. You could just do this. Hit that gray in there, and right, then you have your chain. Then say whatever it is you're drawing, you could just add it on here, make it look like it's in there. You know, maybe you got a skull right here. Right? And then you want it to look like it's coming out that other side, so you'll get this. Just line it up to where your points are. Bam, bring it out. There you go, your chain's coming out on the other side. Boom. Nothing too much, too hard. It's all just gonna kind of come down to your project, whatever it is you're doing. But that's what it's for. It's for you to have fun with. So hopefully you guys like that stencil. Hopefully it helps you guys out, you know, as always. We'll add a shadow to there. We'll add a shadow to here. Bam. We'll give the stencil a little, the skull a little shade here. And there you go. So there you go, guys. That's the chains and wire set by MikeSbrush.com, by me. Brought to you for you guys. Again, ordering yourself one of these stencils helps the channel bring you more videos like this. So if you're interested in more tips and tricks, I have a whole slew of like stencils or designs ready for the how to airbrush live streams. Right now, the channel, because we're doing the videos one day after the other, right? They're, you know, the views and stuff seems to be adding up a lot faster. So maybe after we finish these, we just keep on keeping on one day after the other. We'll see how long I can last before I need a vacation or something. And yeah. But there you guys, there's the chains and wire set, and now we're all done using it, so we can take it back. And the best part of our stencils, again, is that they come in a nice container, so you don't have to worry about where am I going to keep my stencils and mama. Put it in here, grab one of these. Look at that. You can put it back in. And you're good to go for next time. Next time somebody asks for chains, you just take out your stencil, you're ready to go. Anyway, guys, thank you guys all for watching. I'll get out of your guys' hair. Again, ordering any of these stencils helps the channel bring you more videos like this. I appreciate all your orders. They all come like this. I appreciate all your orders. It all helps bring you guys more videos. So if you enjoy these videos, please, you know, place your order. We'll see you guys in the next one. Everybody have a good day. Later, everybody. Peace out.